Learning through the Mike Boyle MBSC program, how does that change and work for you guys here in training from the ground up?
The main thing is it gives us a version of every exercise for every body. So oftentimes, especially when I first started out, you might have somebody who has an issue with their elbow or their shoulder or their knee or their back. And it's like, well, okay, what do I do? Maybe I'll just use this machine. And machines are fine, but like I want this to carry over to real life. I want you to have better balance. I want to prevent, I think of fall prevention.
Yeah.
My thinking is, I want to train you for your 90s. I want you to be training in your 90s and beyond if you make it that far, And so what it does is it gives us an option for that person, no matter where they are on the spectrum, in terms of how they move or don't, in terms of whether they have pain or don't. It gives us a way to work around some things that, in my experience, I found tends to make those limitations sometimes even go away.
Yeah.
At the very least, we can still give you a great workout without making things worse. At best, we tend to see things get better.
Nice. Within your business, do you find that as newbies, they like to come in and do private workouts, or they thrive with group workouts?
A lot of people will ask for one-on-one. These days, that doesn't happen as much, but I used to get a lot of people who wanted one-on-one, and I would convince them to try the group, and they would fall in love with it. And then the day would come where they would accidentally get a one-on-one because there was just nobody else there. And they would say, I never want to do that again because it was really hard.
Yeah.
And it wasn't nearly as fun because my family there isn't there, right? So most people nowadays, they really just like the small group. It's not a big, huge, like 20 people kind of thing. It's a small group of people who you get to know and start to rely on. It's very familial. And honestly, that's the biggest piece of feedback that I get in here is that people love the most is that it does feel like a little family.
Yeah.
They come in, everybody's really friendly. It's very non-judgmental. It's very accepting. And some of the conversations that we hear in here are very entertaining.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, the small group seems to be the sweet spot.
Nice.
Over one-on-one, over large group, over big box, do your own thing. The small groups really does seem to be like just where you want to be.
I like it. Okay. A lot of gyms chase where you can like lift the heaviest. Can you talk about the benefits of doing joint-friendly training for longevity?
Well, so we can chase those big numbers, but there's an orthopedic cost at times. Some people are just built different and they can keep going for a very long time. Our goals might be a little bit different. Like, that's fun. But if you're in your 50s, you're probably not chasing your biggest squat deadlift. You're probably chasing, I want to be able to play with my grandkids at this point.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get up off the floor without my knees killing me. So like, your goals kind of change as you age. Do we take athletes who are maybe chasing big numbers? Sure. But we're going to try to take an approach that's going to lead to longevity so they can keep doing what they love. Because the reason you're chasing those numbers is my question.
Yeah.
Why is that important to you? And there's no wrong answer. If it's very important for you to get these big numbers and there's like this intrinsic value to that, cool. Let's do it in a way that's going to ensure you can keep chasing those big numbers with the understanding that maybe you might have to shift gears on occasion.
Yeah.
So it's not that we don't chase bigger numbers. It's really that we start you where you are. And many of the people that come in, they can't do a body weight squat. Does that mean we're not going to try to make them stronger? No, it means we're going to start there and we're going to get them to the point they can do body weight. And then we're going to keep adding a little bit of weight to keep up with their progress.
Nice.
Not to push them beyond where they are, but rather as they continue to improve, we have the tools to continue to challenge them. So the numbers go up, but it's not because we're chasing, 500-pound squat. Respect to people who do it.
Right.
And there are people in here with, big bench presses and big deadlifts that we weren't going for that, but that's kind of just where they landed. I got one guy who's, well, I'm not going to go into specifics, but we'll just say that the numbers come if you're smart about it and you're patient.
Yeah.
Rather than chasing the numbers, we're just trying to get better.
Yeah.
So where you are +1, that's the only tattoo I have, is like where you are +1, a little bit better each day.
Nice. Out of all of your instructors, can you highlight something that stands out about each one of them that is like a key bonus sprinkle on the cake for them being in the business? Like whenever you see them and you're like, that's really good at bringing what?
Well, I would say at least 2 of them are smarter than me, and they're sitting over there. So they pick up on things a lot faster than I did.
Yeah.
And they're way ahead of where I was when I started.
Just like you bow.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you.
This is where you guys bust the flex, right? But everyone has their own individual personality too,
Yeah.
you know? While you will get the same training regardless which coach you come to, in terms of, hey, this issue popped up, we're gonna make this decision. We have a system there. So we're all gonna make the same call. But the personality that comes along with it may differ, right? Reggie likes to dance a lot during his training. Gabe is very analytical and he's got a very dry humor that kind of kills me, and I love it. And John, I don't work out with because he comes to the 5 a.m. and that time doesn't exist. There's not an AM version of 5 o'clock for me.
I mean, yay.
But John is kind of he's that sneaky, like, he's gonna be mean in a nice way kind of guy. Like, he's smiling, but he's also thinking of like ways to
how
make
to
this
kill
harder.
you.
Yeah, basically. You're gonna be like, you're so mean yet so nice at the same time.
Yeah.
But everybody's kind of got their own, and that's a big thing for me. Everyone's got their own humor.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And their own unique personality. So while the training is essentially, this is the system.
Yeah.
The personalities that come along for the ride are worth exploring
Right.
and worth getting to know each coach, because everybody's very fun to be around.
I love it.
I hire for personality first.
Yeah, you do. And then strength second.
Yeah, I mean,
It's fine.
you know, it's
I
easy
like
to
it.
learn the science of this stuff. That's easy.
Yeah.
But you can't teach cool. You can't teach nice. You can't teach be a good person.
Right.
At least not as a business owner.
Yeah.
That's a parent's job. So I hire for their personality first, and then we get the system on board, and then you bang it on all cylinders.
Yeah. So if you had to give like a 30-second elevator pitch about TFGU, you have 30 seconds to say how you would like people to know what TFGU is about, why you should come see me, why you should be part of our crew. If you had to give an elevator pitch to people, what would it be?
I would say, regardless of what you're trying to accomplish, we have the tools here to help you get there. You don't have to worry about, you know, injuries and stuff. A lot of the people that come in are the people who are hesitant about going to the gym. So if you're feeling hesitant, if you're nervous, if you're intimidated, this is the place for you.
Yeah.
Because it's a very welcoming atmosphere, but we also have systems in place to keep you safe.
Yeah.
To often protect you from yourself.
Sure.
And to ensure that you continue to see progress. And the number of times I've heard, I used to hate the gym, and then I came here, and now I love it.
Yeah.
That's a very real testimony that I hear pretty frequently.
Yeah.
So if you hate the gym, this might be the place for you.
Right. And then how can people get in contact with you?
Our website,
Perfect.
tfgu.net.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
So we're here with Redemption Jiu Jitsu. First question that we have is, Redemption is such a strong name for a gym. What is kind of y'all's story? How did it start? How does Redemption play into the mix?
So Redemption Jiu Jitsu came about, actually it was a group of friends. It was a couple of us at the time where we were at another gym location, and we decided it was time for us to start our own journey. Start our own journey and find a way to where we wanted Jiu Jitsu to mean what it meant to us for everyone else that can come to those doors with a strong community. And we thought Redemption, like you said, was a strong name, and it was our redemption to start something new. And we just wanted to provide that for the San Angelo community because we've been here, Jiu Jitsu in San Angelo has been here probably around officially 8 years, but with the accumulation of all of us that got together to bring Redemption Jiu Jitsu together, it's over like 40 years experience.
That's crazy.
So our idea was a strong community base, be there for our people, because we're here to last.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. When people walk in the door, what does your clientele kind of look like? Age range, gender. Do you guys see a certain flow in your community, or do you guys do across the board?
So it is across the board, but I will say from outside in, everyone thinks this is a very aggressive hobby, sport, and it's male dominant, which I will say can be the case.
Sure.
But the way that we factor it in, it's for everyone. So we offer classes from 3 years, the youngest is 3, and that's a class that's 3 to 5 years old. We have another kids class that's from 6 to 12 years old, and then 13 and up is like for our adult base. It is mixed between women, men. I will say if you ever see some of our kids classes, you'll see the little girls taking it to the little boys. So that's where I'm saying, like, it's for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's a mixture of adults, older older adults, people that from all walks of life, different occupations, just coming together, learning jiu-jitsu.
I like it. Another question that we have is, you guys teach through encouragement instead of aggression, we've noticed. Why do y'all come at it in that sense?
I will say, because I've been coaching for the past, let's say, 10 years. And I have a couple of students that will probably laugh at this, but I am a very aggressive person. What I mean by that is I want the best out of everyone, but I have to come at it at a different angle. Not everyone's going to take it to where being hard on them is going to get them to learn anything, but you can be in a different way. Being there for your people, understanding that you are the coach or a coach. We have a bunch of coaches on staff that are there to answer any questions that any student could have, whether if it's from a little kid to an older person, because the idea of it is that we are there for each other, and we can do our best to find different ways of encouragement to get the best out of somebody. And sometimes yelling at them can work, but that's not always the case.
Yeah.
It's always just knowing that the person knows that you're there for them and in any way.
Nice. So within your class settings, what does a group size look like for a class?
So like for the little kids class, that will be probably around like 5 or 6 kids. They're only 3 to 5 years old. At the most. Sometimes they'll go up to like 10 a day.
Okay.
The other kids class, it can range between, again, this is given days, it can be like 10 to 25.
Okay.
And then for an adult class, we offer also lunch classes.
Okay.
That class could be a range between 5 to 15 people. And then our all levels classes, that will range between, I want to say 12 to 25 people. We also offer, I don't know if I said it, but our fundamental class, and what the fundamental class is, that's purely just understanding the basics of jiu-jitsu. That can range between 12 to 20 people.
Would you pitch Redemption Jiu-Jitsu to the passerby?
I would do it the same way I talk to our athletes that compete. You have to believe in yourself. The thing is, as you get older or younger, sometimes you feel like you're kind of alone, just depending on what you got going on in life. But the idea is, if you step into these doors, you're testing your skills, or not skills, because some people have never tried it. You're testing yourself to see what you're actually capable of doing. Some people are also afraid just to go into a normal gym just to do a workout. Everyone is human. Everyone understands, like, when they go into something new, they could be nervous.
Yeah.
But once you meet what's there in the community that we have, most people will never look back.
Yeah.
And the idea of it is, for like myself, for me, I never got into jiu-jitsu to be a coach. I got in it just to be a competitor, and I did that. I was able to compete at all high levels of jiu-jitsu, and my goal now is just to provide that to the community of San Angelo, amongst with all of our other instructors who love jiu-jitsu as much as I do.
Nice. So what is the best way for people to contact y'all?
So our best way of contacting is going to be through Instagram or Facebook, so social media. All the handles are the same, so it's just Redemption Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
And then again, you either get a direct message from me, and then I'll direct you to our office admin that's on hand at our location.
Okay, and where are y'all located at?
We are located at 133 East Concho, San Angelo, Texas.
Awesome, perfect. Okay,
Awesome.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you, appreciate it.
First off, if you will let us know the name of your business.
It's Reyes Maternal Mental Health Counseling.
Perfect. And what is the gist of what you guys do there?
Well, I help moms, maternal mental health. I help moms through all stages and phases of parenthood, from pregnancy to infertility to planning a family, all the way until your kid is 18 and up. So basically what I do is just help moms take care of their mental health. That's usually an afterthought when we're busy parenting. So that's just what I've been passionate about ever since I became a mom.
Nice. So within your company, what do you see as like the main need from moms?
For moms to recognize they're not alone in some of their scary thoughts. Sometimes when they get overwhelmed, the anxiety, the racing thoughts that keep them up at night, or just sometimes just intrusive thoughts, just to let them know that they're not alone in that it's not normal, but it's common.
Yeah.
And then also what I see is moms needing to have more of a village of support around them. So when we come to counseling, I really encourage them to find other, resources in the community to kind of build their modern day village. So I see a lot of isolation and moms just kind of staying in this modern motherhood of just in their houses and we expect the mom and dad just to be everything to these kids when we really it takes a whole village, it takes a whole community.
Yeah.
So that's what I see.
I like it. Within your practice, do you guys specialize in individual therapy? Do you do group counseling? What do you guys kind of do?
I do individual counseling, and I do couples counseling, but only as intensives. I don't do weekly counseling for couples because I have found that when usually both couples are working, and it's really hard for them to get to therapy every week.
Sure.
So with that, I do individual with the moms. That seems to work a little better, one-on-one weekly counseling. But if they want intensives also, I do that too. Like in one weekend, we can get things just over with. Not that mental health's always over with, but then we do a check-in, but we can get a lot done in a weekend, and I really do that with my couples.
Yeah. So I'm coming from a mom, a business owner. We do have 2 small kids.
Yes.
While they're absolutely lovely, they are my shadows.
Yes.
So if I go, they go. So do you offer it to where if moms need, they don't have childcare, do kids come along? Do you do a virtual appointment? How do you guys set up those?
Right now, I am actually virtual only.
Okay.
I do have a place I'm about to start doing some kind of nature-based therapy.
Cool.
Where they can bring the kids there too. But yeah, I either can come to moms or virtual. When I do get an office, I hope, that hasn't been a big need lately, but we do, with this virtual world, we're missing that one-on-one connection. Yeah. So once I have that, absolutely, kids can come. I know some of the things that we talk about may not be appropriate for older children.
Yeah.
But yeah, we try to make that work. But if they can't have a sitter, I offer virtual appointments.
Nice. Perfect. Would you pitch to them?
Well, I help moms who are just in the thick of motherhood, and who we help untangle like some of the thoughts and the fatigue and maybe the habits that are keeping them stuck, so they can just be more present and enjoy the motherhood that they always dreamed of.
I love it. And then what is the best way to get in contact with you?
You can contact me through my website. It's www.lindsayparkerlcsw.com.
Reach out through the website.
Just look out Lindsay Reyes Counseling. If you Google me, I'll pop up. Maternal Mental Health Counseling. I'm there.
Awesome. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. You officially own San Angelo's first spin cycle in San Angelo. How do you feel?
Oh, it is a dream. It has been so fun to open our doors in January and see it thrive. We have multiple classes going on throughout the week, and I couldn't be happier.
I love it. What is your favorite part about officially owning your own spin cycle studio?
Because I make the rules. That, though, honestly, it's being able to curate a community based off of what I believe. So the positivity, the showing up for each other, and just being there for others. It's been probably the best part.
Okay, so the whole idea of having a studio, you took your first one in Wilmington. Jake looked at you and said, we could do that. How did that make you feel?
Well, it's a very long story, but I was teaching cycle for 2 years in a corporate business, and I love One Tree Hill, and so that is where I took an outside of a corporate cycle class, and my husband was like, yeah, we could do that, and it was like, what?
Yeah.
And so we started working on this back in June of last year, and it's been a lot of work, and I've learned a lot of things that I didn't anticipate to learn along the way. But that support of my husband saying, hey, we've got this.
Yeah, just try it.
Yeah, it's been great.
I like it. Okay, within your classes, in your scheduling, you have really core instructors.
Yes.
I know instructors make or break classes. You can lay out the foundation, you can lay out the rules. How do you best utilize your instructors' personalities to benefit the cycle classes?
Great question. So besides myself, I have 6 other instructors, and while we have had some instructors come and go with life, I feel like every instructor we have brings something different to the team. For instance, one of my instructors, she's very much a book nerd, and she hosted our first book talk cycle class, and it was an absolute hit. And that is something that I cannot do. Yeah. And so I look for instructors that can capture areas of life that I can't hold. Yeah. I can only do so much. And so each instructor brings a completely different personality. And then I've got some instructors that love to teach early in the morning while other ones hate it. Yeah. And so you have to be selective in those, because if I had everybody that wanted to teach evenings and nobody wanted to teach mornings, then we're leaving out a whole demographic. Right. And so personalities play a big part in selecting our instructors.
I love it. The coolest thing that I've seen you do is you bust out what we called homecoming week. You had a theme every day. You had outfits and colors and music. Do you have any upcoming events that we need to be in the know of?
Oh, yes, we do. July is cram-packed with events. We're having a Broadway night. We're having a rave night. We're having One Tree Hill night because, One Tree Hill. And then Taryn is bringing back a Taylor Swift ride. Nice. And so many other events for July. But stay on the lookout because we are going to be taking the bikes outside of the studio, hopefully around the lake soon. Nice. Looking at like August, September for that. Yeah. And then maybe you'll see us in the Christmas parade.
So cool. Just cycling up there. Yeah. Passing out peppermints.
Yeah.
So what would you give us?
All right, 30 seconds starts now.
Ready to go.
So the Spin Effect is an open gym and cycle studio. With our open gym, you get 24/7 access, and you've got everything you need for a super powerful lift, open weights, free weights, machines. And then the cycle studio, we've got 20 bikes, and it is great for any experience level. So you could come in, set your resistance to a lower resistance if you're a beginner, or if you've been working out for a long time, you can crank up that resistance and you have a harder workout. Yeah. We've got all the music, we've got all the fun lights and times to accommodate you. So there's really no excuses why you're not here.
I love it. And the best way is to get in contact with you.
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. You can also shoot us an email at thespineffect@gmail.com or take a look at our website for all membership and schedules at www.thespineffect.com.
Love it. Thanks, Kara.
Yeah.
Okay, so Maximus Nutrition. I walk in and I'm like super overwhelmed with everything that's on the shelves. It all looks great. I have no clue what's going on. If someone walks in and says the same thing, how would you direct them?
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, we greet them, ask them what goals that they may be having, whether it's weight loss, whether it's improving functional training, getting stronger, anything like that. That'll kind of give us a guide to where we need to point them, what direction we need to go. But a lot of times it's people that are just common people looking to get a fitness smoothie, a juice. If it is someone that has weight loss aspirations, we just kind of break down, how weight loss process works, calories in versus calories out, some of the supplements that we offer that may be able to help them. Of course, there is no cure-all for this, but we have the things to help maximize their results.
Nice. So you brought up the idea of doing the smoothie bar and then juice bar. Mm-hmm. So I know everyone's into protein and then zero sugar. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if I'm gonna get a fruit smoothie and it says no sugar added, what goes into some of y'all smoothies?
So that's a good way of putting it. No sugar added. We don't add any of sugars to these smoothies. The only sugars that it will have is those naturally occurring sugars from berries, fruits, some of the vegetables that we offer, different things like that. So we will never add sugar unless you request. We have honey. That's about it. Cool. That's also good for allergies as well, so double benefit there. But yeah, that's our smoothie bar in a gist.
Love it. So what Maximus Nutrition is,
absolutely.
What would you give them?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, we're locally owned company, so we're customer first oriented. We want to take care of them, make sure that they feel taken care of. But at the same time, we want to help maximize any results that they're looking for, whether it's strength training, weight loss goals, or just overall feeling healthier. And we do that with our smoothie bar, our juice bar, our supplements, and all the other amenities that we do provide.
Nice. So where can people contact you?
Absolutely.
Where can they find you?
So we are right now located located. We have 2 locations in town on Sunset Drive and Knickerbocker. One of them on Knickerbocker is by Double Dave's Pizzeria and Planet Fitness, and then the Sunset location is right next to Anytime Fitness. So if you're in that little shopping pavilion, we're there. If you're someone that's on base or military personnel at Goodfellow, we do also have a location on base as well.
Cool. And then if they didn't want to do a walk-in, if they wanted to find you out online somewhere, do you guys have information out?
You would be able to find us on our social media pages, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok on Maximus Nutrition Headquarters HQ, or Maximus, what is it? So you'd be able to find us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Maximus Nutrition HQ.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So Run Dad Run started out between a group text. How did that start?
We signed up last November, October, for the Dino Run here in San Angelo, hosted by the Road Lizards. Got closer to time. We all had different distance goals. When we found out there's a belt buckle if you accomplish 100K, which is
Fancy.
62 miles and some change,
Okay.
that we had to go for it. After that, thanks to AI and other cool things, we had a group photo.
Yeah.
My wife prints merchandise, and it's like, hey, now we got a group idea.
There you go.
And really it spun into what we have here today, the hats, shirts, things like that, but more a community based of, we're dads that we work day in, day out. Some of us have more kids than others.
Yeah.
But we're still trying to train and set a good example for our family.
Yeah. So with all of that, what does the name Run Dad Run mean to you guys?
I think it was supposed to be universal, because at some point it's a little different for everyone. Run is a loose term for me. I'm slow. So my pace is, I want to say, more relatable to the general public.
Okay.
But I'm trying to improve. And so that the running was the physical movement that we found that we were trying to utilize. At the end of the day, we want dads to set the example and get out there and do some sort of exercise. Once you set the example, you can get the family involved. I've got mine over here. We've got some Run Mom merchandise. We got Run Kids stuff.
Nice.
So it's kind of a spin-off of, it's not just for dads.
Yeah.
It's the whole family, but starts with the dad to be the example.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume you aren't just a bunch of dads like hot mall walking with weights all together. So how do you guys stay in communication? How do you grow the group? What does that look like?
Way too frequent group texts.
Okay.
Started on Facebook. We've evolved to a true group text.
Okay.
I live outside of town. We have a couple that live here in San Angelo. We kind of, on our daily stuff, train individually. Some run with some of the Road Lizards group.
Okay.
Crazy enough, some of them run at 4 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Saturday here in town, which is crazy. And they'll still run after work. But we kind of do our own thing. We check in with each other. We utilize Strava a lot to post our activity, cheer each other on. And we try to, on the weekends, get together, come to town, go to the state park. Trail running is a big thing for us. It's a lot more scenic.
Sure.
And you get to see some pretty areas with your 2 feet.
I like it. So within the Run Dad Run community, is it membership based? Is it just like, hey, just come join us? How do you guys accumulate people?
We've really started it more as a social media community.
Okay.
The idea of, hey, my story is different from the other 4 dads that are a part of it.
Yeah.
And hopefully one of ours, is similar to someone that's been thinking about, hey, I need to start doing something. I guess as the saying goes, one day versus day one.
Yeah.
We want to be there to provide the message of, hey, you just got to start.
Yeah.
And that's what happened for some of us, went from 0 miles to I've got a belt buckle where I accomplished 100K.
Yeah,
Now
it's
you're
crazy.
hooked and you want to keep going. Yeah.
Hey, what are you about? How can I get involved? What do you do? Well, what is your pitch to them?
My pitch to that is, look, we got 5 dads who are the co-founders of this thing. I'm a local banker. We've got a couple that are in the tech industry. We have a few in the oil and gas industry. We've got myself. I sit behind an office chair all day. I've got to get my exercising done in the morning. We've got some that are labor, 12 hours a day. They still can go run. It doesn't matter. Those are excuses.
Yeah.
You have to make the time for it. We're here to encourage others to start.
Yeah.
Our merchandise sales, we're wanting to utilize those funds to help sponsor events,
Cool.
races. We have one idea of, maybe a scholarship fund at some point.
Nice.
Cross-country athletes, things like that.
Yeah. So how can people get a hold of you? Where can they find y'all?
Yeah, so merchandise sales is rundadrun.com. It's through the Shopify platform. We've got Run Dad Run on Facebook and Instagram. We have started a spin-off, a podcast called Age Groupers by Run Dad Run.
Okay.
I think that's going to be through Apple Podcasts and other channels. That's still a work in process.
Nice. I like it. Okay, and the best thing of all, what has been your favorite moment as this new Run Dad Run adventure evolves?
At least for me personally, I think my favorite moment was seeing my oldest at the finish line on my first ultra marathon.
Yeah.
You go through a lot of emotions. At one point, I was crying for, I have no idea what the reason was.
Yeah.
Sleep deprived, food deprived, but seeing my kid there at the finish line and the enjoyment he has, and knowing now that he'll go run with me,
Yeah.
I think that's personally been the best for me.
That's awesome. Okay, appreciate your time. Thanks, sir. All right, so first of all, welcome. If you would like to tell the people what your company is, what you're about, and we'll start there.
Yeah, so we're West Texas Strength, Nutrition and Training Center, and what we do is find strength with purpose. So the goal is to help find your inner strength and help develop a fitness lifestyle for the folks.
Nice. So just like y'all, mine and my husband, we own Live Oak Testosterone. It's a husband and wife duo, started from the ground up. How does it feel owning a business together, working together, going home together? How does business work with you guys as husband and wife?
So it's obviously it's complicated because then you're
In a good way.
Yeah, it's
In a good
it's
way.
complicated in a good way because you're together, in the business and at home. But we try to separate tasks. So
Yeah.
the goal is, and I have a little bit more difficult doing it than she does, is kind of turning it off when we go home.
Sure.
But that's the idea, is that when we're home, we're focusing on like us, and then in the business, we're working on business related stuff. But as much as anyone, the business kind of runs all the time.
Yeah.
So it's challenging to do that. So
Nice. Awesome. Within the business, what is y'all's day-to-day look like?
Okay. So primarily, like I said, I'm the one that's there the most, but day to day would look like training clients throughout the day. We do a little bit of everything, is a little bit of marketing, education, and kind of your general operations of the business. But primarily, like I said, it's coaching people and getting to them, whether they're in person or online. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So within your business, do you guys do personal training? Is it more group training? If we were to walk in the door, how would we see your business operate?
Yeah, for sure. So when you walk in the door, you'll see primarily we focus on one-on-one training. So we like to spend a little bit more time with our clients. It gives us some time to educate them. And again, it's more of a one-on-one model, but we do have memberships available. So the folks that want to get in and get out, or already know what they're doing, they have the opportunity to do that. But primarily you'll see me, myself, or our other coaches like Abby and Ray working with their folks one-on-one to provide that service for them.
Nice. Hey, your logo looks cool. What do you do?
Yeah.
If you could let us know kind of a little snapshot of.
Yeah, for sure. So we help the busy professionals lose anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds with 3 hours a week, including strength training and nutrition, and to help integrate that into their everyday life. And our main focus is strength.
Nice. And then the best way to get in contact with you.
So you can text us 325-330-8422, or visit our Instagram, WTX Strength, and our Facebook, West Texas Strength.
Nice. And where are you located?
1705 North Chadbourne.
Awesome. Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.
So first of all, what is the name of your business?
Agara.
Perfect. And then if you could let us know kind of what you guys are about.
So Agara, we are a functional coffee and matcha tea.
Okay.
It is, we're all about elevating life. It's a mushroom coffee that has launched in November of 2025. And we started our business with the company in February this year.
Nice.
And so again, functional coffee help boost energy levels, helps with metabolism. It's a better lifestyle, healthier lifestyle rather than your regular coffee.
Nice. Someone should try out y'all's product. What would you give them?
So I would give them my personal testimony. I can only speak on myself, and there's several testimonies out there as far as the health benefits go. I'm prior military, disabled veteran, as well as law enforcement, and sustained several injuries and also suffer from migraines. When I started on this coffee, it's helped me get off all my medications. I also have arthritis in several parts of my body, and the pain has subsided tremendously. My joint swelling from the lion's mane mushroom. There's so many other great ingredients in this coffee, but my personal testimony itself is that it's helped elevate my life. I'm able to get back to biking, running, enjoying my kids, doing Jiu Jitsu in the mornings 3 days a week. So it's helped me tremendously. This coffee does great things for people.
Nice. If someone was interested, what would be the best way to contact you?
Best way to contact me would be, you can contact me by phone, 325-245-5358, or you can go on and find us on Facebook. It's Robert Aldretti. You can find me there. So yes.
Nice. I love it. Awesome. Thanks you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, hi, hello.
Hello.
What is your company?
So we are Upper Cervical Family Chiropractic. So we're a chiropractor office. Dr. Justin Cordell runs the business, but he's currently sick today.
Boo.
I know, lame. But we're at South David, 225 South David, kind of by like the hospital, Holland Jewelry area. But yeah.
I like it. Cool. So what are some things that you guys prioritize in the business?
So we're kind of two separate businesses. So we do chiropractic work, and then we do spinal decompression. So for like patients who have bulging or herniated discs, I run more of that stuff, so I'm more knowledgeable in that.
Okay.
But chiropractic work is amazing. He's kind of going over a little spiel.
Nice.
But yeah, it kind of helps with your alignment if you have subluxation. It really helps with like newborns if they have like digestive issues.
Nice.
Not a lot of people know that, which that's awesome.
Yeah, so you guys do the span of basically new birth to the salt and pepper age?
Yes, literally, yeah.
Nice. So if a patient was gonna come in, what would be the best way for them to get in contact to get on the books?
So they can give us a call. We can schedule over the phone. If they want to come in, we can schedule, or if they want to schedule here, either or.
Awesome. And then turnaround time for patients, do you guys kind of do a set amount of visits per patient? Is it per service? How do y'all do that?
So it's per patient. So Dr. Justin, on that first visit, he'll do some x-rays, he'll do a posture analysis, and he'll kind of see what your body's looking like. And then once he analyzes the x-rays, he'll kind of see what he thinks you need. Sometimes it's 2 times a week for 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 1 time a month. It just kind of depends on what those results are.
Sure. Tell her about the benefits of your company. What would that look like?
Oh, that's hard.
Ready, go.
I used to have really bad migraines, so I worked in the ER for 3 years. I used to do registration, so I kind of lean on like my hips a lot. I don't have any hip pain anymore. I used to have really bad migraines, and I don't have many migraines unless I need to be adjusted.
Sure.
So
that's awesome.
It's really beneficial.
I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for talking.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so hi, hello.
Hi,
What
hello.
is the name of your business?
Grace and Grit Fitness.
Perfect. And then what is one of the biggest things that you guys highlight within your company?
So for me, I have niched down in women's health.
Okay.
I've had pelvic floor physical therapy experience as a physical therapist assistant for the past 10 years. I'm also a pregnancy and postpartum athleticism coach, specialize in perimenopause and menopause fitness, diastasis, prolapse specialties. So yeah, so anything women's health, strength training, all the things.
I love it. If you are getting clientele, do you do in-person one-on-one? Do you do any small group options? What does it look like to be a patient within your business?
So right now I am at the Bar Athletic Club doing in-person one-on-one sessions as well as group sessions.
Okay.
I do have a new class that's coming up starting July 6th. It's a 4-week women's strength training class. And then I also see patients at Ground Force Performance, but then I do online training.
Nice.
So if you're not here, or if you want to just have a workout program created and built for you, or nutrition or whatever, I can do all that virtually. And I also have pre-built programs that people can buy.
Nice. In your business, do you guys do like like drop-in classes? Do you do membership options? What does that look like?
So as far as training, like personal training, one-on-one sessions goes, it's per session, so it's per hour to pay. And I don't necessarily require a contract. Online training is a little bit different. There's different packages, levels. And then group classes, like this class, there's a flat fee. It's 4 weeks. You get a workout program also included with the class itself that you can do the rest of the week. Accountability, all that kind of stuff.
I like it. So if you had to give an elevator pitch to your business, someone walks in the door, what would you tell them about? How would that look like?
Tell them about like
if
my
you had-
business?
Yes, like if you're like, hey, this is me. What would that look like?
This is an interesting question.
I know.
Let's be put on the spot. I don't know. I'm Nicole Goss, and I have a heart and a passion for helping women. I walked through 17 years of an eating disorder and trying to prove my worth and value in fitness in my own body. The Lord freed and delivered me of that. And so not only do I just feel called to help women with their health and fitness and getting healthier, but tackling heart, mind, and body, so that people can have a whole life transformation. I feel like, we can provide the plan and the program, but if we're not getting to the heart and the root of the issue as to why, maybe why am I overweight? Why do I overeat? Then we're never going to be free or healed or live a joyful life.
Right.
And so anyways, that's what I feel called to do. And so whoever is supposed to be put in my path, let's do it.
Awesome. What is the best way to reach you?
I have an Instagram, I have a Facebook, I have phone number, email. Probably Instagram is the best place where people find me, and it's at ncgoss08.
Perfect. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks. I appreciate it. The name of your business?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, so we're Force New Ground.
Perfect. And then within that, what type of business are you? What do you prioritize?
Yeah, so we're a physical therapy clinic,
Okay.
and so we focus really on like CrossFitters, runners, your active adults, your weekend warriors, individuals that are wanting to get better, get stronger, and move better.
Nice. Are you more like one-on-one based, or do you offer small group options?
So we're only one-on-one based,
Okay.
so we'll see you for 60 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever, within your budget kind of thing. And the frequency is just dependent on you.
Perfect. So I was doing a little bit of research on you, and I did see that you are a doctor practice in a non-conventional or an unconventional location.
Yes.
How does that benefit you?
Yeah, so I practice outside my garage in my home. So the kind of the benefits that people have mentioned to me specifically is like there's no waiting room.
Yeah.
So literally people will pull up to the garage. I usually can hear them because I'm already waiting there. But they'll text me and be like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
So I literally open the garage door and then they just walk in.
That's
There's no one else like there to see them, and sometimes people get like intimidated by the fact that there's other people there knowing what's going on or just overhearing their conversation. So that's been really helpful. People also just feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, I'm coming to see you. At first they're a little hesitant, but then once they're like, oh, this is just
He's
normal,
legit.
He's
It's
legit.
just
It's a normal
different.
guy kind of thing. And so, but yeah, it's kind of why we practice out of there.
I like it. So just like us, we're cash-based. I also have seen that you decided to go 100% out of network for all insurances. What switch, from that switch, what has that been beneficial to you in your practice?
Yeah, so it kind of allows us to see you more rapidly. We don't have to kind of wait on approval from insurance. So a lot of times, sometimes insurance will say, hey, we'll give you 3 visits. When in reality, you need like 6 or 7, 10, or however that may look like. The other thing is we have to wait on like the doctor referral. We gotta make sure that everything is going on. For us in the state of Texas, for a physical therapist, we have 30 days where we can treat you without needing a doctor's referral. So you can come and see us directly. And so we're a little bit more available because of that. And so without having to wait for all these other moving parts, we can see you more rapidly.
Nice. What'd that look like?
I think I would probably tell people that my goal is to kind of empower you and educate you. And so whatever kind of impairments you're having, we're here just to be that middleman, right? So our goal is to make sure that you're knowledgeable in what's going on. A lot of the times we are hurt and we're kind of still figuring out, we don't really know what's going on. So again, my goal is just the name of the company is Force New Ground. So we want to get this new area that we're at that you've never experienced before, especially kind of after an injury.
Yeah. So we've taken some B-roll of this guy over here. How does this guy and your table work in the business?
Yes, so Mr. Bones, that's his name for now. He's just kind of our advertising kind of guy, so we use him to like promote situations.
Sure.
Yeah, and in our table here, we just, we do what we call manipulation, or some people know it's a chiropractic care.
Okay.
And so we can do that as well. The table is used for a lot of things.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Is there anything else you want people to know about you?
No, I think
Awesome. What is the best way to get in contact?
probably for our website.
Okay.
So on forgeground.com, our phone number is there. People usually ask where we located at.
Yeah.
Once you book an appointment, that's probably the only information I would tell people is you'll get an email.
Yeah.
And within that email, we'll have the address and instructions on how to get to the facility.
Perfect. Awesome.
So,
I appreciate it.
yeah,
Thank you.
you.
Okay, we're gonna do this. Here we go. Ready? Okay. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Let me know the name of your business.
Okay. Our business is Movement Physical Therapy.
Perfect. And what do you do?
So, as the name implies, we're a physical therapy clinic, but we're taking physical therapy to the next level, not just treating injuries, but we're really into the prevention side of things, like how do we keep you from getting to the point you can't?
Yeah.
And then longevity of life, like how do we make sure you're still moving, lifting, doing whatever you want to do way into your 70s, 80s, 90s.
I love it. So you're a husband and wife duo?
We are.
How do you guys live together, work together, play together? How does that look?
So thankfully we own two businesses. So the day-to-day is mostly me in the clinic, and then he's off doing his own business.
Okay.
But I think like what makes us strongest and the best is like we're just super real with each other.
Yeah.
And so every night it's a recap of how was your day, how did it go, what could have been better, and because we have two different sides of a very different coin, he can look at me and be like, I think you could do this better.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah, I think that's very helpful that we can kind of candidly talk to each other aggressively sometimes because we're really passionate about it. Sometimes I think she's more passionate about my business. I'm more passionate about her business on some fronts. And the passion for sure oozes out more than it needs to, but it's great. It's great.
Yeah, I like it. So for client-wise, you guys are now fully cash-based?
We are fully
You're
cash-based.
100% out of network for all insurances?
Yes.
How does that benefit your business?
I think like what I tell people is like, I'm just not handcuffed to the pricing and all that. So we have a base pricing model. When you call or you get a quote, like you know exactly what you're gonna be charged. And we don't play the, we're gonna dry needle today, so that's a separate charge. Or, we're gonna, do spinal manipulation, that's a whole nother charge.
Yeah.
So it's very like black and white. It's like, you're coming to see us, this is what you're paying. But also we're realistic too. So I like to help people fill out the reimbursement forms. Like, let's try to get some of your reimbursement.
Cool.
And hopefully in the future we are gonna take some insurance, but right now it just unhandcuffed us from all the guesswork.
Yeah,
and
for
I think
sure.
that's the thing too that I hear you talk about. It's just like the handcuff with the requirements, and it's like you can actually be a therapist that needs to do what needs to get done for the patient at the end of the day, besides well, let me go look at these insurance requirements that I have to do it this certain way, which really doesn't benefit the client at the end of the day or the patient, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's where the real benefit, and from what I hear you say,
no, absolutely.
is like we can do what we need to do without anyone big brothering us on this is how you have to do it, and if you don't follow it a certain way, you're not going to get paid and all this stuff.
Sure.
It's just, again, I think better for everybody.
100%. We're meeting needs for the client, not meeting the needs of the business.
Yeah. So are you guys one-on-one based? Do you do small group? What does that look like?
We are strictly one-on-one for now.
Okay.
So I do have a physical clinic space that you can come and get treated at, or we also offer concierge services. So some people don't like to leave the house or are just too busy to leave. I can come to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
But that's all one-on-one. I ask for an hour, but the great thing about being your own is sometimes we take the whole hours, sometimes we don't. And I get to be fluid with that. And again, just meet the client where they're at and what they want.
Perfect. I'm glad you brought that up because my next question was, I feel like when you come into PT, whenever you come into stretching, you come into these businesses, while they seem awesome, you feel like you're run through like cattle. You get 15, 20 minutes, then you move on to the next thing and they move on. So how does having a minimal time restraint of booking it to an hour, how does that better benefit the client?
I think you just like said it. Like there is no run of the mill here.
Yeah.
Like people come in, I don't even ask. When they fill out the forms or they text me or they call me, I'm not even like, what are we treating today? I love going in blind because that 15 to 20 minutes, that first 15, you're telling me your story. And I am starting to catalog not just your injury or what you're seeing me for, but who you are and what motivates you. And then it's like, I can treat and do as many things as I want. And if I want to go over an hour, that's not on you. I said an hour, we're paying for an hour, but if I want to go over because I feel like we're vibing and we're really getting down to the root of your problem, that's what we're going to do.
Nice.
And that's the other thing is like the root of the issue. We're not treating symptoms.
Nice.
We want to find what's driving your pain, because if we're not treating that, we're band-aiding, right?
Yeah, for sure. What would that look like?
Oh gosh, that's harder than it looks.
It is. You're in the elevator, the door's closing.
I think the pitch is not only are we one-on-one, but we're meeting your needs at root cause and we're meeting you where you're at. This isn't about what I think you need, this is what you think you need. And how are we gonna get there on your motivation and your morals?
I love that.
And I think at the end of the day too, it's like we're trying to get you back to doing what you love to do, whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
And we can get there faster with the one-on-one to get you back to your normal health, your normal look, whatever that is, right? So, I mean, it's just people getting out of bed sometimes. And it's like we can get you there in 2 weeks versus maybe some
6.
corporate way that you got to wait for 4 weeks and then 6 weeks after that.
Sure.
Right? And you're still not healed.
Yeah, for sure.
That was 1 minute.
That's fine. Well, it's like 30 and 30.
30 and 30, right?
So, with all that being said, what is the best way for people to get in contact with you?
Yeah, so we do have a website. You can go to angelomovement.com, or even better, you can text or call us at 325-245-6053.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, hello, husband.
Hello.
How has this expo been for you?
It's been good. I mean, the biggest deal is I just really wanted to get all of the other small businesses that provide health and wellness services throughout San Angelo to be here, so that I was like, worst case scenario, we can all just communicate with each other and help build our own community. I mean, a rising tide will lift all boats. So really, we're all in it together, just trying to get San Angelo healthier as a whole. And, you know, Live Oak, while hormones are powerful, there's still a lot of the human aspect of them as well. And so we have the physical therapy aspect to help with pain, to get people movement more. We have the chiropractor spot to help upper cervical chiropractic. For that, we have Angelo Movement, Fortune Ground are the physical therapy places. You know, then we have physical personal training to help if people want help with exercise and actual dedicated time to wear. That's with West Texas Strength, or small group personal training with TFGU, and then the Spin Effect is another exercise option, and that's here in the building as well. We're doing from Jiu Jitsu. You know, it's just the best exercise to do is the best exercise that you'll do. And so really just wanted to try and have these other exercise options out for people. Run Dad Run, you know, there's a running community. They have clothing, apparel as well. And then another part of it is mental health. Another personal training was the Grace and Grit Fitness. And so she does women's personal training. And so again, just more options for everybody. And then another aspect is mental health of the person. And so the Lindsay Ray's psychotherapy is a good addition, just so people can have further mental health resources. And then Maximus Nutrition and...
You were so good. I was like, dude.
Agara coffee. Maximus Nutrition and Agara coffee are really good from, you know, just a nutrition aspect, something to fuel your body with. And so we've had a good turnout vendor-wise, and really I just wanted to show the community what other health options there are here in town.
I like it. So this is year one.
Year one.
We're breaking into it. We've already been told we're coming back for year 2.
Okay, good.
What would you like to see expanded into next time?
Well, if we could turn down the heat a little bit, maybe turn the wind down a little bit.
I tried.
That would have been a plus, so I'll put that in the suggestion box for next year. And then really I just hope for further expansion in just more options, you know, whether the people, it's the small businesses themselves, just want, you know, more exposure to other people who are in the same community, so that we can all be in this together and helping make San Angelo healthier and happier together, and know what small businesses offer what.
Yeah, so around the tables, everyone was getting new signups, new clientele. Have you noticed people getting their foot in the door because of the open house?
I think it just provides a place where it's all in the same spot. And then so even if you came for one specific vendor and then you see these other ones, and it's nice that everybody is somewhat, we're all, again, just trying to make San Angelo healthier as a whole. And so it's nice that they just have options and can chat with these other ones and really finding with, meshing with who fits best with that particular person.
I like it. A really important question that I've heard that needed to be answered was, what do you love most about working with your wife?
Yeah.
And how does that look? Because we are in the business together, we're at home together, we work and we play together. How does that work out for our dynamic?
I think it's been great. I mean, there's not a lot of people that I'm gonna trust in life, and so why not share that with my spouse, who I trust the most? And it's been great. I think it's only helped us come closer.
Completely agree. So there's a lot of businesses out there, about 4 of them that are husband and wife owned. Within their business, you get to see how in one, the wife is leading the charge and the husband's doing the business. The other one is they're side by side, both in the business day to day. So it is really cool to see how couples this day and age who want to branch off from big corporate can also function well together, as well as, make a whole dream come true. So thanks for letting me be a part of that and trusting me with it.
That's been great.